Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Adam, also known as Minnesota Vikings Fan 28. After the Minnesota Vikings lost 20-17 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they have a short week ahead of them as they face the Philadelphia Eagles in their home in Lincoln Financial Field. And to preview this game, I have brought on an Eagles fan to preview the game with. Please welcome Cyber. How are we doing, Cyber?
Hello. Hey, what now?
Hello,
Hope you are well. Sorry, I'm
hello,
a little bit
hello.
nervous with the camera on.
Yeah. So Cyber, uh, to better introduce yourself, how did you become a Philadelphia Eagles fan?
Well, I first became a football fan back in 2019 when the Cowboys lost to the New York Jets. If you remember that year, the Jets were really bad. Like they lost, they haven't won a game yet, and they beat the Cowboys to give them their first win. I was like, okay, that's pretty fun. I should learn to watch that. Then I became a full-on Eagles fan that year on Christmas when we beat them, and a wise man once said, "It's my turn." After
Yes.
that, I was sold on becoming an Eagles fan ever since.
Well, good, that's a good story right there. And your Eagles, scraped out a win against the Patriots on on Sunday. Um, and how do you feel about the Eagles' performance on on Sunday?
It was ugly.
It was ugly.
I'm not gonna beat around the bush. It
Hmm.
was ugly. Like I get a win is a win is a win, but my God,
Hmm.
we could have played better. And I get it, Bill Belichick, great defensive mind. It's never easy in New England. Thank you, Luke, for the super chat,
Hmm.
by the way. It was
Hmm.
not it's never easy going in New England. I'm just happy we got the win. We have a lot to improve, and I hope we do that going forward.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, you did a good job. Yeah, you did a good job in the first quarter and all that. Handling the Patriots. Then things got a little bit out of hand, but yes, as you said, you managed to get the win, and now move on to Thursday night football. You're at home against Minnesota, who we did lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Made a lot of mistakes in that game. You turn over the ball 3 times. Um, how how would you say, in regards to you you think the Eagles can maybe replicate, maybe what the Bucks did on defense on Thursday for this Thursday game?
I totally think we can replicate exactly what they did. I watched like Jalen Carter, as I mentioned a little bit before. Jalen Carter was beasting all game on Sunday. So if we give him more time, I'm pretty sure he can get to Kirk Cousins and kind of make his life more difficult on the O line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, didn't your center I heard in the I was watching the Bucks highlights. Like, didn't
Yeah.
you say your center got hurt with a back injury?
Yes, our center got hurt with a back injury. He was DMP yesterday. I haven't heard any injury report from today. But I imagine that in all likeliness, he's probably going to be out, if I had to take a guess. Meanwhile, we have another offensive lineman the one who we drafted, Christian Darrisaw, who also got injured during that game, but managed to come back into the game. He has an ankle injury, so there is some injuries along our offensive line. Um, so yeah, you could definitely take advantage of that. Um, of course, offensive line and all. Um, besides uh, our offense line, you got to contain one Justin Jefferson.
Mm,
You know, Justin Jefferson. I mean, it was Slay. I think yeah.
yep, right, yep.
He did a very good job last time around week 2, covering Justin Jefferson, even getting, I think it was 2 picks on
I
Kirk
think it was two.
Cousins.
Yeah, I think it was two.
Two picks.
Like I remember one just think they were like deep in the end zone on the corner of the end zone, and I'm pretty sure he got another one. It was just a bad throw by Kirk, I think.
Hmm. Yeah. So, do you think and Slay it did he, if I'm not mistaken, did he get it, he
Yeah,
got it
he got the pick
intercepted
six. Yes, on Sunday.
on Sunday.
Mm.
Yes. So you probably, look is, you think Slay is gonna replicate that what last time, or we got Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson, now from the last comparatively from the last time we played you, with a lot of playmakers on the field. How do you think you're gonna count for all of them?
Now, here's the thing. I am slightly worried about Justin Jefferson, but if Slay can repeat what he did week 2 last year, I think that'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
The more reason I'm more concerned about is T.J. Hawkinson. He looked good
Mm,
on Sunday against the Bucks. I'm just worried about with our linebacking core, our pass rush, like not being able to get to him that fast, and I'm just worried that he's gonna be able to find ways to get open all the time. And Jordan Addison, I think is gonna be sneaky good. I kind of compare him. I compare him to Devontae Smith. Like you have this perfect commodity in Justin Jefferson, and that's our
mm-hmm.
AJ Brown. And Devontae
Yeah,
Smith is our young, sneaky good. You're not gonna see him coming receiver.
right.
So I feel like he and TJ Hawkinson could probably make our defense struggle a bit, but only time
Mhm.
will tell.
Well, we'll see. Like when I was watching, last year, when we didn't have TJ Hawkinson when we didn't have him early in the season. I remember there was a deep pass to Irv Smith Jr. He dropped it, and then and that was that could have maybe even gone all the way. So I'm happy that we have TJ Hawkinson now, and he can be that threat for us. So um, yeah, that's gonna be a good matchup with our offense and your defense, and Madison. We we didn't really utilize him too much last game.
Did he
Um,
though?
what?
Did he score a touchdown though?
He did score a touchdown, though. Yes, I will say he did score a touchdown. He did fight for some. He did get some tough yardage. Um, but he got I think it was only 11 carries, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but Kirk did throw the ball a lot.
Mm.
But do you think Alexander Masson could possibly be a problem, whether it is in the run game or in the pass game
I
for
feel like in
against
the
your
past game,
defense?
it's gonna be a little rough. James Bradbury,
Mm-hmm.
he's in concussion protocol. I'm not sure if he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be playing on Thursday, so I feel like he can take advantage of whatever young corner. Because without him, it's either gonna be I think it's gonna be Job, like I think Josh Job is his name, and we didn't see a lot of him. He's like mainly a special teams guy. So I
Yeah.
think if Madison or if Bradbury's out rather, then I think Madison's gonna take advantage of that big time. Like you already have
Mm,
Justin Jefferson being covered by Slay. I'm not sure how Joe is going to do against Madison.
yeah. Yeah, I can sort of see that. And then moving on to the offensive side of the ball for the Eagles. Of course, you got Jalen Hurts, who um, you know he's amazing, as he is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, can do it all. Um, I mean, you know, I don't know how we're gonna. It's gonna be tough to stop him, whether it's on the ground or through the air. I mean, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say, but like, you know, it what would you say in regards to a way to, would you say there's any weaknesses of Jalen Hurts at all?
From what I saw last game, there's only two things that I really wanted to mention. One, we need to give the ball to DeAndre Swift more. And
Mm,
second, we also need to give the ball to Dallas Goedert more. I didn't even know Dallas
mm,
Goedert was in the game. If you told me that Dallas Goedert was in that game on Sunday, I would not believe you. He's too good
uh,
not to be used. He's basically like a safety valve for Hurts. Like he needs to be used. I think he needs to be used more. Other than that, I really don't see a weakness. Just keep the ball safe, and that's all I ask.
that's all you ask. Exactly. Yeah, that's all I would ask as well. From my offense, when if you can win the turnover battle, or you can just keep the ball safe, I think that's always uh, a good thing. So, and you got some, you got Gainwell and Hurts leading the way in the rushing attack last game. Of course, wish maybe could get it to Swift, but you know, um, and then you can, and then with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and this Vikings defense is very young. They are under Brian Flores now, unlike last year with Ed Donatel. Um, do you think we only allowed 20 points against the Buccaneers, but I don't know. I have a feeling that's not going to be the case this game. Do you think it'll be extremely much for the Vikings defense to take on this Eagles offense?
It's gonna be a lot. I think. Like I'm not even sure who their cornerbacks are. Like I'm sorry, I can't even name one cornerback on the Vikings
It
defense.
it's fine. It's fine.
And I just
I'm
know, like
yeah.
both AJ and Devontae both had 1,000 yards last season, and Hurts was like throwing dimes left and right and center. And I'm just not sure
Hmm.
how the Vikings can compete with that. I mean, any given Thursday, like any given game day, like anything can happen. But on paper, I'm just not sure that the Vikings defense can stand up to the Eagles um, receivers, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Like
So
I think the only
yeah.
thing that's stopping for both of us from winning this game is ourselves.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
I
Like
understand
if
that.
we both don't make mistakes, if we both don't turn the ball over, if we both don't just do dumb things, I think both of us have an equal shot of winning. It's still week 2. It's still really early. Nobody knows who's good. Nobody knows who's bad. I mean, we have a slightly good idea from some teams, but at the same time, we don't know. I mean, how the Browns beat the Bengals 30-3. So literally anything can happen. Still very
Hmm.
early. Just not sure what to. I'm still not sure what to expect. Rather, I'm not even sure if we're good or not right now.
Yeah, yeah. So do you expect this game to possibly be close at all, or do you expect another blowout by you guys, or in all honesty?
If Jalen is on point, if Jalen brings his A game, I can see like another repeat of what happened last year. If something happens, like if Kirk brings his A game, I expect a shootout. That's all I expect a shootout that will go to the end. Kind of
Hmm.
like how Miami, well, not to the extent of Miami Chargers, but I can see it going back and forth.
Yeah. So what? So if the Vikings have any chance of winning this game is probably going to have to come through an offensive battle, then rather than trying to stop the Eagles. Then I'm assuming. So okay, okay. And and you guys, your expectations for this season, I'm assuming are Super Bowl. Super Bowl. You guys almost won the Super Bowl last year, and just came up this short against the Chiefs. So, um, looking at the season, looking at last season versus this season, what do you think? You guys think you have maybe a better team, or or same, or like maybe a little worse than last year, and do you guys think you can make a run, especially after what we saw with the Niners absolutely stomping the Steelers uh on Sunday? So, and do you think post see them as a big threat, of you trying to make a Super Bowl run?
Now I think we can make a run, but at the same time, I will never not count out the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like even though Purdy got hurt last year, I still think we would have won that game, but we've been a lot closer than what it was. And now this year with our roster, it's a lot younger. Like, you know what I mean? It's a very young, veterans gone. Like Hargrove in the middle there, that's a big loss. Jalen Carter is still gonna probably work the bugs out, get the kinks out, and stuff like that. And I have a feeling like we're going to get up to speed, but at the same time, I don't think we're gonna hit it quite this year, just because we have a lot of young players. Who knows? I could be wrong. We could make the Super Bowl again, but at the same time, I still think it's gonna be Niners Eagles in the NFC Championship game again. Like I don't see any other team, maybe the Cowboys, but we all know the history of the Cowboys in the playoffs. Like if the Cowboys run to the Niners again, they're probably done, and
Yeah.
it'll probably be hilarious. It's become like a eulogy now. It's one of my favorite things in the world. It's like seeing how the
Right.
Cowboys f up the Niners or f up the game against the Niners in whichever which way. It's become one of my favorite things. So anything
Yes.
can happen, like I said. And once you get to the playoffs, it's a clean slate. But I still
Hmm.
see us going to the NFC Championship game at the very least, even though our defensive core is young, and offensive weapons, even though we improved, like we have a lot of them, they're still getting used to the system. It's gonna take some time to work the bugs out, but I still view us as like the 1 or 2 seed. And injuries too are gonna play a big part. Like we don't know how long Dean's out for. We don't know how long Bradbury's out for. If he's out at all. Still getting a word update on Cox. Like it's gonna be the defense is gonna struggle a bit, I think. But at the same time, we're gonna make adjustments and then we're gonna move forward and we're gonna be fine.
Yeah. Man, you guys feel like, you know, I don't like to, I'm sorry to bring it up, but do you feel like you guys should have won that Super Bowl last year, or
Here's my view on the Super Bowl. Yes,
mhm,
the field was terrible, but at the same time, both teams played on it. You know what I'm saying?
correct.
Hurts fumbled, yes, but he balled out. Here's my issue with the Super Bowl. It's all on our defense. 70
Mm,
sacks all year. Couldn't get one in the game that mattered.
yeah.
Gannon, I'm glad he's gone, man. I'm glad he's gone. He could not make halftime adjustments to save his life. And
Right.
now with Desai, I'm just crossing fingers, hoping to see just a little bit of adjustment. If things go south like they kind of did in the past game, just clamp down and just make some adjustments, please.
May please. Yes, make adjustments. We could, but and hopefully you make those you've made those adjustments, and you guys can have a pretty good season this year. And talking about your team, I mean, in talking about one Nick Sirianni, he has, I gotta say, he has revolutionized the basically just not just the Philadelphia Eagles, but the city of Philadelphia, I would say, in general. um I don't know, how would you describe him, and you know, basically what he, how he's, being able to turn things around um, in Philly.
That was my thing with Sirianni. He's a frat bro in the best ways possible.
Mm,
And I like him. I like he's aggressive. I always preferred offensive minded head coaches more than defensive. Steve with
hmm
Brandon Staley. I've always viewed offensive better than defense. I think you just hire coordinators for that. Like I like the like last year against the Giants, he went for it on 4th and 7. He trusted the offense, and I like that. I like that he trusts
hmm
the offense to make plays. I like that he trusts Jalen. I like the chemistry that they have. Like he's one of us. Like he is Philadelphia. He is Philadelphia. Everything about Philly, he is that. Like, and I love that about him.
Yeah, yeah, I really really feel that, and as I said, as you said, often I like an offensive minded coach, which is why on our end, a couple, last year we got rid of Mike Zimmer,
Mm.
and then we brought in Kevin O'Connell. So that was a good change for us, and hopefully we can have some somewhat similar success. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm talking. The Vikings. We're talking Super Bowl, but we're hoping right now. But hopefully in some years or so, we'll hopefully get close to that point that you guys are right now, and you guys are in a very good situation, and I think you guys will be set for some time. Especially you got a young Jalen Hurts, and
Mm.
and when you can uh, you know build around him, you know that that uh, that helps out um, a lot. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's and Jalen Hurts is getting is see, what is this contract looking like? He's in his what year?
Oh God. I So yes, 2020 was year one. Well, not quote unquote year one. 2022 was year two. I think year four. Year three as a full starter. Year four in the league. I think.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So the cap is gonna start, going up as with the as the years. So yes, but you got him locked in. So you know, and yeah, I mean, in the Philly fans are gonna be rocking and rolling. Um, have you ever been to a Eagles game in your life?
I have not. I really want to though. The closest thing I've
You
ever been was a training camp. It was in Lehigh like a couple of years ago, way before I even knew what a first down was.
hmm
So I couldn't even really enjoy. I don't even think that counts. I didn't know the game then, so it's on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I may, and Philly fans do have a reputation. Um, and would you say, that's would you say that is the majority of Eagles fans, or do you think it's a little bit of a uh, maybe a misrepresentation of them being, all crazy and you know proud,
I think it's a very large portion of the outliers, like the ones who show up to stadiums drunk, the drunks. It's always the
Mm,
drunks who get really loud. It's always the drunks who beat people up. It's always the drunks that threw snowballs at Santa, who threw batteries at Santa. I'm pretty sure they were all drunk, so I don't think that represents the families as a whole. I feel like matured. I hope at least we
mhm.
matured since then and gotten at least a little bit better. because we're still rowdy. We're always going to be rowdy. We're never not going to be rowdy. But like, a rowdiness is always good as long as it's not like hurting people in any way. Well, not hurting people, like going after specific people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. And but yeah, and but when you guys win and all that, like when you won the Super Bowl, you beat us in the championship game, and then you go on and win a Super Bowl in our stadium. Fans, you know, absolutely go nuts and celebrate. So you know, that's all. Hey, you got your Super Bowl, and you have um you got. And who would have thought, you won a Super Bowl. It didn't take too long to go get back to that Super Bowl point. Won a Super Bowl with Doug
Mm.
Peterson. He's on the Jaguars now. And, you weren't in a slump for that long. And then you got Sirianni, and now you're here. So, it's got to be sort of lucky. Go sort of be happy and lucky about that in a
Yeah.
way.
Yes, I am happy that I haven't been hit. I haven't been suffering for that long in 2020. Like 2020 was bad. I never want to go back there. Honestly, I'm just happy where
No.
I'm just happy where
Yeah.
like at 2021. I'm just happy we had 9-8. I was fine with the winning record, and
Mm-hmm.
then the year after we went to the Super Bowl. So it can. I don't know how
Yeah.
better we get from there. I don't know if we're gonna repeat going to the Super Bowl, like I said, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just happy we have a franchise quarterback, a franchise head coach, two very good receivers, a good defense, if not great defense, and
Mm-hmm.
just we have a good team. I'm just happy to be rooting for a good team instead of having to be rooting for a bad team that gets a bad team or an unlucky team, like they get
Yeah.
injured a whole bunch and like it's just basically get injured and like it's not really that fun to watch, even though they're your team and you have to support them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we've been
So,
hitting the injury bug a lot with the Wentz era. Like we even hit a lot with the injuries, and we would just be fine even to make the playoffs. Like 2019, we went to Seattle. We got beat by Seattle, and I'm just like I was happy with that. Like, hey, we went to the playoffs. We got beat by Seattle, not the Cowboys. So let's move on.
mm, yeah. And yeah. What's the? I know I asked if you think it was gonna be a blowout, but what do you think? Do you have like a actual score prediction for this upcoming game?
Score predictions. I think we're gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a lot closer than people think. I think it's going to
Mm,
be 27-20. I think it's the final score. I think we're gonna the final score is gonna be by a touchdown. That's my final prediction. Like we're gonna win by a touchdown.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like I would honestly be okay with that because I just don't want what
You don't
happens.
want another blowout.
I don't want another blowout. I can't keep getting blown out by the Eagles, and especially especially in your stadium. Why does it always have to be your stadium? Why do we always have to play in the Eagles stadium? You
We
know,
also play in 2017. Is that we had home field
that was
advantage,
also, yeah,
right?
in Philadelphia.
Uh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
why
I'm
do we
sorry.
got to play on your
I'm
on
sorry
your
for the pain we have brought the Vikings fans.
so much pain,
So much
so
pain.
much pain. I mean,
But hey, that pain has been reciprocated in Super Bowls and playoff losses. So
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've, I would say your Eagles are probably number 3 on my hated teams list. I won't
who
lie.
are
It
two and
goes,
one division rivals?
actually, no, they're actually
Really?
not.
Really?
It's actually Packers 1,
Okay, that makes sense.
Saints 2,
Oh,
Eagles 3.
makes sense. Saints makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as
Honestly, my
much
most
as,
hated team, my top three are Cowboys because of obvious reasons.
mhm,
I'll say Niners. Though Niners, I have a hate respect relationship with them Like, I hate that they're so good, but damn, they're so good, you know?
Hmm.
And number 3, Browns. I don't like the Browns for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons. Yeah, I would say Browns are, somewhere higher on that list for obvious reasons.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's yeah. And yeah, no, 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 no.
Yeah,
See,
throwback.
this is more like this is more what I like.
I'll be cool with that. I'll be cool with that.
38-7, no, absolutely not. I mean,
Didn't we beat you guys 31-7 last year, or 27-7, or something like that?
it was 20, 24-7.
Gotcha.
24-7. Okay, so not too bad,
I
but
mean, at least
I would
not 38.
not 38.
28 or
You know,
21 is lower than 38.
yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. I'm just not. I'm not ready for Thursday. I know. I know. I know. I'm trying to be.
Yeah,
Everyone's trying to be positive. But like, I'm just gonna say we're gonna. I think it. I don't want to blow up, but I think it's gonna blow up. But that's just my opinion.
it would be good for my mental health, but I know it would not be good for your mental health, and I want both of us to be mentally stable by the end of the game.
Honestly, because I expect a blowout, I won't be too
You're
bad.
like
It's
you're
just
numb to it.
I'm numb to it. You know, I think losing to the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield
It's more
has numbed.
humiliating.
It was pretty humiliating, already just numbed me to my core.
Mm.
So, yeah, I think that already. If we would just beat the Buccaneers and then lose, get absolutely destroyed by the Eagles, that would have been feeling a little different. I would have maybe had a little bit of mentally just like you know but I think you know it won't be too bad if we get absolutely destroyed by the Eagles. But if we somehow win, which I can't even stay with a straight face on.
Because even on paper, I don't want to sound rude or anything, but
Oh
like
no,
even on
be
paper,
honest with me.
yeah, even on paper, I think we have the better team. Like
Oh, 100.
I think Jalen's better than Kirk. I think.
Oh yeah.
Well, you guys obviously have the best receiver in the league. You guys have that
Hmm.
on point by a country mile, not even close.
Yeah, but as a duo, I think
I think Smith and Brown are better than Jefferson and
then
Madison. At least right now. At least right now.
Addison. Yeah,
We can
Addison.
never know.
We'll
Like
see where
4 years.
Addison ends
Yeah,
up.
I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be good. I think you guys found someone nice in the first round there.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see where everything ends up. Everything goes. For not only this game on Thursday, but also the rest of the season. I'll I'll say good luck to you for the rest of the season, even
I will.
though,
I will also say good luck to you for the rest of the season. Do you guys play the Cowboys at all
yeah,
this year?
unfortunately, no.
Damn.
That's
Uh,
because we played the same because we finished the same. I think it's the Lions who play the Cowboys because they finished
that'd be
both in
fun.
second place. So yeah. So but you know and no, no, because no evil, too evil hope, because we got to play because in that 5 game we still have to play like we're not losing to the hopefully we're not losing to the Panthers, for example, or
Yeah, I'm gonna have Bryce
um
on a strike.
we got to play the Chargers and the uh
Hello. Okay, there.
oh,
Sorry, cut out a
it's
bit.
okay, yeah, we got to play the Chargers, the Panthers, and then the Chiefs. So you know I would like to
Hope to
get
God you beat the Chiefs.
a
That'd be
win,
hilarious.
a couple wins or so. Yeah. So,
If you guys beat the
but
Chiefs, that'd be hilarious.
yeah, it would be hilarious. But yeah, but I gotta say, it's been a pleasure talking with you and getting more about you and talking some Vikings, Eagles, you know with me and again, I hope um you guys, we have a good competitive game on Thursday. It's um and it's yeah, just hoping for a good competitive game. That's
Same.
all I think everyone really
Same.
wants because the history of Thursday night football
Eagles
games.
fans want a blowout,
um
but at the same time, competitive game is good for the sport. You know, it's like let's make it good for Thursday night football, please. Because
Make it good for Thursday night football. Let's
yeah,
let's do it. Good for Thursday night football. You guys can still get your win, but
yeah,
I at least want to but I just
that,
want to be known like, hey, we like the Patriots on Sunday. Made it
I would like Hurst to play a little bit better though. That's all I want. Just have him throw
better than against the
three
Patriots.
touchdown passes, and I'll be happy. That'll be happy, Sean, right there.
Yeah. So, that's just all we're gonna hope,
Hopeful.
hope for in the end. And I'm hoping Primetime Kirk
The
doesn't
time Kirk curse.
the Primetime Kirk curse. Kirk
That's
curse. Uh,
okay.
yeah, that's a little bit tongue twister.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, can Hurts play better for my
Did I I'll just
n-
I'll talk to my sources, Sid. I got you.
okay. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
So
Thank you so much for having me on. By the way, this is great. So
it's been absolutely a
it's been
pleasure
nice
to
talking to
talk
you
to
in
you.
person. It's been nice getting to know you a little bit better. It's been nice just hanging out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, um, I don't know if you have anything you wanted to plug or anything.
Oh, I don't have any social media. I don't have any of that stuff.
Okay.
I'm my own
Okay.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
All right.
yeah. So, thank you all for coming here and watching. Um, I'll be streaming the game on Thursday. And yeah. Um, I'll catch you up then, and then anybody. I mean, if you get anybody who's playing the Vikings, if you want to come on the show, DM me. I know I have some other ones that I already have filled for this season, but just give me a DM. Twitter. I'm not calling it X. You know, Discord. Whatever. So yeah. So thank you all for watching. This has been Adam and pointing other way, Cyber.
Yeah.
Um, thank you all for watching. And as always, Skull.
I would never be saying that in a million years.